Aave. Aave is one of the most backed and heavily used DeFi tools in all of crypto. In this bull cycle, we're obviously going to see a lot of lending and borrowing, particularly when the bull cycle starts going parabolic. Aave right now sitting at $131. Potential here, I still think, is pretty good for a new all-time high. Because again, I think we're going to have a rampant bull cycle where lots of lending occurs and lots of borrowing occurs. So I'll talk about all of that in this video. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, it shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. Now in the videos, I showed myself buying up these coins. They were cryptos that I thought were going to make me very, very good money. You can see what they were all worth when I recorded the videos. You can see the highs that they all hit in under a year and a half, and these are what the profits would have been for you if you'd have put $100 into those coins when I released the videos, sat on them for 15, 16 months and then sold them. Total profit in that time would have been 123 grand. Now, obviously you don't have a year and a half to sort your portfolios out. You don't even have a couple of months. We're in a bull cycle right now. These markets are getting ready to rip. And if you are holding cryptos you're not confident in or not happy with, that's probably because they're not going to make you any money. So sorting that out has to be a priority. If you go to copymycrypto.com, that is the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. When I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to buy or sell and the price I'm going to do it at. This means my members get in and out of coins same price as me, so they make the same profit, but they don't have any work to do. And on the site, you can see what my members have earned. You can read their testimonials. You can watch the videos and see the successes we've had. All public record as well, so you can verify it all on the history of this channel. And if you like what you see after reading through it all and verifying, then try out the service, guys, because make no mistake about it, getting the right coins in your portfolio has to be a priority before these markets really start to rip. Now, Aave. So Aave, in the last bull cycle, obviously did very, very well. Went to highs of over $600. In fact, all-time high was $666. Now, Aave itself, obviously, since the pullback, really hovered at some, really modest prices, actually, like $60, $1.50. Hit highs of around $200 this year, and then pulled back a bit. Now, what Aave is a decentralized finance protocol. It allows people to lend and borrow crypto. Lenders earn interest by depositing their assets into the liquidity pools. Borrowers can then use their crypto as collateral to take out a flash loan using this liquidity. Aave, which means ghost in Finnish, was originally known as ETHLend when it launched, but the rebranding to Aave happened in September of 2018. This helps explain why the token's ticker is so different from its name, although obviously that's not the case anymore. Aave provides holders with discounted fees on the platform, and it also serves as a governance token, giving owners a say in the future of the development. Now, what I do like about Aave as well is small supply, less than 15 million out right now. Total value locked in the protocol is over $13 billion, which is massive when you realize its market cap is less than $2 billion. When you open up the app, you can actually see how this works. It's all very straightforward. So they have Ethereum markets. In fact, we'll go to the markets. So they have Ethereum markets, they have Lido markets, Ether Finance markets, or EtherFi, Base, Arbitrum, Avalanche. I mean, every single big blockchain is on here, right? Although I don't think I saw Solana. No Solana. Yeah. So market size is massive, like 16 billion right there for Ethereum. Total available is 10 billion and total borrows is 6 billion. So again, something that we have seen time and time again in crypto is lending and borrowing. This is a massive, massive area. A lot of people do this when the markets are running hot because you can borrow out a ton of your money without having to sell your collateral to get the money that you want to actually reinvest. So you just use your collateral to take out a nice loan, use that loan to hopefully make you more profits, and then, sell your profits, get your collateral back. It's like an easy solution for getting basically quick capital. You can see that Percentage-wise, it also isn't too bad. Obviously, some coins have a higher percentage on borrowing than others, but generally, the percentages aren't awful. Stable coins, you're hovering around 5% in terms of the borrowing interest that you're going to have to pay back. Obviously, with cryptos, like specifically cryptos, borrowing percentage is usually lower. That's obviously because as well, there's a lot more volatility in crypto. So, you run a higher risk of things like liquidations and losing your collateral if prices do something surprising. Obviously, with a stable coin, that shouldn't happen. Obviously, we've seen algorithmic stable coins go completely tits up in the past. But yeah, and what's interesting about this as well is there's because there's so many different markets, there is potential for people to start looking at is there an arbitrage opportunity? Now, in all likelihood, it's not directly going to be on Ethereum, on Aave, but you can go through the different respective chains and just see what the difference is between the borrowing APY and the lending APY, because it may be that there's a slight improvement in the supply APY versus the borrowing, and then you might just have that arbitrage of interest that you can earn with. Again, highly unlikely that you're going to have this across Aave, but you probably will have this when you look at different lending and borrowing protocols. And if you can find that opportunity, you can use it to your advantage to potentially earn. Again, obviously, you're talking about a very niche arbitrage opportunity. You're probably going to need a lot of capital to make this work. But in terms of the market size of Aave, I mean, it is absolutely massive. So there you go, Tether. So supply APY is 5.93%, right? 5.93, I'm pretty sure that is higher than what it was on Ethereum for borrowing. Tether, 5.27, 0.60% Tether, what does that mean? AUSD. Does not guarantee the program except liability. You must supply Bitcoin and borrow USDT in order to receive merit rewards. Okay. Yeah, so potentially, like I say, there's potentially little arbitrage opportunities, but you need a lot of capital to make that work. But in terms of what Aave is, it is the biggest lending and borrowing protocol in crypto. Last bull cycle, we saw Celsius taking out huge loans. We saw Voyager taking out quite massive loans. We saw a lot of big players in crypto back in 2021 taking out big loans so they didn't have to liquidate collaterals and then they could reinvest. Right? Now, obviously, they are not particularly good examples of this working because they both went tits up. But you have, across the spectrum of crypto, a lot of people that are going to start utilizing the collateral that they've got to get flash loans to reinvest. And it won't take much for a surge in interest to occur in Aave. And all of a sudden, you may well have a crypto project where there is all of a sudden a desire to buy, especially if usage starts ramping up. And realistically, again, if any DeFi protocol is going to start having massive usage, this is absolutely one of them. Because, again, there's a huge amount of loans that are taken all the time. I mean, in the real world, in terms of the credit market, it's friggin' enormous in the real world, outside of crypto. Crypto, you can't assume will be any different. I think we're going to end up seeing massive whales and massive institutions start using collateral to get loans to then start reinvesting. And that's really what we tend to see when the market starts absolutely running wild. So if we really start seeing new all-time highs kicking in for Bitcoin, new all-time highs kicking in for some of the other coins in the top 10, top 20, Aave will move really fast, I think. And I can see this getting to $1,000. I really can. Puts it a market cap of $15 billion. Realistically, right now, total value locked is around $11 billion. So in a rampant bull cycle, that total value locked will be worth, twice as much as it is right now. And then you are viewing it as undervalued. I think there is absolutely a world that this can get to new all-time highs. Is it easy to do? No, not necessarily, but I think that's just going to be the flow of the bull cycle. How rampant do we get? That's going to really be the question. How parabolic does it get? Because if everything is just focused on Bitcoin, then probably not. But if we just start seeing all the other cryptos really starting to move in price, borrowing and lending are going to start smashing up, and Aave, as a result, I think will start smashing up too. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you think I'm overestimating how high it can go? Do you think we're going to see less borrowing and lending than we have previously? Share in the comments. And guys, look, we're in a bull cycle right now. If you're not confident with the coins you own, get that sorted now. Get on to copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. When I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to buy, the price I'm going to do it at. When I'm ready to sell, I tell my members the coin I'm going to sell and the price I'm going to do it at. My members can copy along exactly so they make the same profit as me, except they don't have any work to do. On the site, you can see what my members have earned. You can see the successes we have had. It's all public record, so you can verify it all online. And if after doing so you like what you see, guys, try out the service. You've got absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain before these markets really start ripping. And that is it from me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.